7. Final, buddy. Reading.
Echo Station 3TA.
Hello there, welcome back to Echo Base Network. I'm the coach and I'm glad that you have joined us today. Even though you just clicked on our video, I can already tell.
The Force is strong with you.
Before we report on today's news updates, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, as our analytics indicate that 2 out of every 3 of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and we'd love to have you here at EBN. Also, if you really like the channel, become a member today. We're going to begin today's show by running through the Star Wars news of the day before moving on to other entertainment. Obi-Wan Kenobi is on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, and thanks to the magazine, we have our first still images of the upcoming show. For its final print cover, Entertainment Weekly offered Star Wars fans their first look at McGregor as the Jedi Master during his exile on Tatooine a decade after Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. He is seen with his lightsaber in hand. There are also photos offering the first looks at Moses Ingram as Reva, a Jedi-hunting Inquisitor, and Joel Edgerton returning as Owen Lars. Though not pictured, Hayden Christensen also returns as Anakin Skywalker, now Darth Vader, after falling to the dark side and his subsequent transformation. Star Wars producer Kathleen Kennedy described the reunion between the actors. She said, "The thing that was most exciting about being on the set was watching the two of them get excited. They hadn't seen one another in a long time. I was surprised at just how incredibly emotional it was for each of them to find themselves back in these roles, and just realizing how important Star Wars was to each of them. It was the beginning of their careers." Other confirmed cast members include Joel Edgerton and Bonnie Peace as Owen and Beru Lars with Jackson, Moses Ingram, Kumail Nanjiani, Indira Varma, Rupert Friend, Sung Kang, Simone Kessel, Benny Safdie, and Maya Erskine. There are also rumors that Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, will appear in the series and possibly a young Luke Skywalker. As Star Wars news is slow at the moment, I was very pleased to come across an excellent column over at TVOvermind.com titled, "Is the Wokeness of Star Wars Hurting the Franchise?" Columnist Tom Foster wrote a very thoughtful piece, and I believe he is spot on with his opinions. His opening paragraph reads, "There are plenty of arguments out there when it comes to how woke the Star Wars franchise has become, and many people that would describe how it's needed and how it might destroy the overall story at one point. With opinions running rampant as to how the overall issue could be handled, quite a few individuals are missing the point of why wokeness is such an issue, and it has more to do with the manner in which the term woke is being used than its actual effect in the story. Amusingly enough, diversity shouldn't be an issue when it comes to Star Wars, since taking a look at how the story has evolved, it's the type of franchise that was made to embrace diversity in many ways. But one hindrance to the natural evolution of the story is that little about the inclusive quality of the franchise is the incessant need to force one idea after another upon the fans in an attempt to create a science fiction fantasy that mirrors reality in every way. Essentially, forcing ideas on fans without letting them evolve naturally is a rather big mistake, not to mention something that takes time, patience, and a bit of tact that some minds within Lucasfilm have apparently been lacking in recent years." I really enjoyed Mr. Foster's column, and we'll have it linked in the description. There is a lot of talk right now about Disney moving away from its apparent woke agenda, and time will tell. In our first bit of non-Star Wars news today, Black Widow star Florence Pugh is set to join the Dune sequel, Dune Part 2. Denis Villeneuve's Dune is the big-screen adaptation of Frank Herbert's 1965 sci-fi epic novel that tells the story of a central conflict between House Atreides and House Harkonnen through the perspective of a young Paul Atreides, who is portrayed by Timothée Chalamet. Alongside Chalamet, the actor was joined by a stellar cast that included Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, and Rebecca Ferguson. Dune was one of 2021's biggest hits commercially and critically, which led to a sequel getting the green light from Warner Brothers a few days after the film's theatrical debut. The Hollywood Reporter shared that Black Widow actress Florence Pugh is in talks to join Dune Part 2. However, the outlet pointed out that several obstacles remain for a deal to happen since the script is still being written. This means that Pugh is still waiting for the latest draft. Another issue worthy of note is a potential scheduling conflict with Pugh, who is in contention to star in the developing Madonna biopic, which could be in production as Dune Part 2 begins shooting. If a deal is made, Pugh will join a star-studded returning cast that includes Chalamet, Zendaya, Ferguson, and Javier Bardem. In today's final news story, we will close with a Game of Thrones spin-off update. D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, showrunners for Game of Thrones, the duo turned down HBO's offer for another spin-off series, saying that 11 years on the project was long enough. In the meantime, HBO will continue to release Game of Thrones content with the prequel series, The House of Dragon. Thank you guys so much for coming to Echo Base Network today, where we will continue to provide Star Wars news and entertainment, updates, lore, and more. We would love to have you join us on our weekly Echo Base Network Star Wars and Entertainment show each Saturday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. As always, we are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, and happy birthday, Nick. We'll be streaming tonight. See you guys there.